Welcome to another episode of the Terry and Frank Show. We've been doing a series on belonging. And if you've been following us, we started off very importantly with what it is. And we've gone into how to create that initial sense of belonging, how to have people start to put down roots, how to deepen the roots. And now we're going to get into how to strengthen them. But you may be here for the first time. And if you are, please do subscribe, smack that bell, press it, and don't miss an episode. But Terry, why don't we start with a quick intro from you?
Yes. Hello, my name is Terry Mays, and I'm a certified culture engineer. I focus on bringing out the business value in organizations through improved culture.
Yeah, I'm Frank Wander. I'm the founder of People Productive. We're a company committed to helping organizations unlock the full potential of their talents so that the people and company thrive together. Nothing is more important. So this series will help arm you with the things that you need to do as a company and leadership team to create an incredible workplace. So, we went through this journey initially, with what is belonging and how to get roots to grow. We moved into creating safety. We started moving up Maslow, and I'll share that image again quickly because that is a very important piece of this. You can see that really, most of the world, most people are at level 3 of Maslow, this belonging. That's where humans should be, and that should be the platform to generate achievement and create a thriving organization. Because you want to move up to ultimately being innovative, and then being so innovative, bringing products to market, being so collaborative, you've got a real thriving company and culture.
Right.
So we've had a number of discussions where we had the folks putting down roots, and today we're going to talk about how to get those roots to grow even deeper and stronger. So Tara, why don't you kick it off?
Right. So you really want people to feel like they're really doing meaningful work. You really want people to have some sense of belonging to the company where they feel like I'm being asked to do things that matter. I'm not just filling my day with a whole bunch of busy work that doesn't matter. Things really do have to have meaning to people, and they have to know that they matter to the company. So it's not just the one side of it. Frank and I always kind of chat before these calls start, and it really just reminded me how it's not just the one side, it's a two-sided thing. You have to have that meaning from the company as well as the person feeling connected to the work that they're doing, that it has to have some sense of purpose, that you're doing something that matters. You don't want to just do a whole bunch of things and have your day filled with activities that don't really mean anything to you, because it's going to be difficult to continue on in a position like that.
Hmm. And humans have their own sense of meaning, and they have things that they're interested in. So if you want, it's about that individual really. And, now that they've met everybody, people have been vulnerable, there's a sense of inclusion and acceptance. They feel that people care about them and their success. Helping that individual understand why the work they're doing is important and how they're contributing to something bigger than themselves. It all depends what you do as a company and the products you're building, but there's always a way to help create a connection to something bigger for that individual. Hopefully they care about that. And, hopefully that's why they've joined your organization, because they found some meaningful products and services. They're attracted to your company. People do a lot of research before they join companies today. So there's a real opportunity to help them find that deeper sense of meaning, and their own, how their own purpose in life aligns with the work that you do there.
Right. And that's a good point you bring up as well about that purpose in life. So, as you discover your individual purpose and you start to realize why you're on this earth, the Japanese have a term, ikigai, where it's your reason for being. But every person has a reason for being on this earth. We all have a purpose to fulfill. And once you start to understand what that is, it makes it so much easier for you to connect to the work that you do when you're doing things that are part of your life purpose. So
Mhm.
it's almost like it's not work. So when I think about some of the things that I do with relationship management and with building cultures, healthy cultures, for me, it was an instinctive thing for me to understand that people need to thrive in cultures. They need cultures that are healthy in order to thrive. that was very instinctive for me, very natural. I didn't learn a whole bunch of things about that in school. It's just something about my internal wiring that made me understand and get it right away. And when you're working in those areas where you're naturally gifted and talented, it makes work feel like fun. It's re energizing for you and it's not depleting. So your energy levels are higher. You're excited about it. You're
Mhm.
enthusiastic. You're able to do more. You spend more time with it. I've definitely spent more of my free time, more time that I don't get paid for a lot of things that I do, just because I love it. I absolutely love it, and it energizes me to do this type of work.
Yeah, and that is just so important. It's that energy that the people are actually generating and creating in order to do the work that they're working on. There's nothing more powerful than an internal energy source that's running. You know,
Right,
people have their own sense of drive, and if they've got that ambition going and they found something they really love working on, if you've been able to open their eyes to the importance of some of the things that they're doing, they're going to have stronger root system now. They're going to really start to dig in even more in your environment. It's very, very important. So helping people find that. And
yeah,
if their skills and interests also are aligned with the work they're doing, all the more meaning and all the more energy is going to get created.
right. And as they build those healthier relationships at work, people feeling like they're a part of a family and not just, that's my boss or that's my coworker, but they're people that actually care about me and I care about their well being as well. That all strengthens that sense of belonging and helps people stay connected. Just making the place more sticky where people want to stick around, they want to stay, they want to be a part of that organization.
They're getting a lot out of it. It's not just money and a paycheck. They're
Right.
finding meaning. They build relationships.
Right.
These things are just so additive. And then when you give them challenge, you challenge them a little more, just slightly more than they can do, and keep them challenged so that they're growing. There's even more meaning in that work because now
Right.
they're also growing as an individual and
Right.
starting to thrive in that environment, which is exactly what you want.
Yes. You want people to feel like they're learning something new. And that new thing that they're learning is something that's adding value not only to the organization, but to them personally.
Mhm.
As you learn new skills and as you refine the skills that you have, all of that just makes you have a much better sense of who you are. And the more you understand who you are, the better you can be at work.
Boy, isn't that the truth? You
Yeah.
know, know thyself. One of the
Yes.
most important two-word instructions for life.
Yes. Absolutely.
Really is true. So the sense of meaning and the ability to strengthen the roots and the necessity of leaders understanding this, because we're talking about creating an incredibly deep sense of belonging for an individual. And this is the big B, belonging, right? There's that little b where you're initially accepted and wow, I belong here,
Mhm.
but you're going to create that ultimate sense of belonging. And that's what you need for everybody.
Right.
Because when you get that deep sense of belonging now, you start to move towards excellence and the achievement of things.
Right.
That's where the organization can start to thrive together.
Right. And you want to recognize people for their accomplishments, where they're
Totally.
making those advances and doing things that are really adding value to the organization. You want to make sure that people know that you appreciate it.
Big time. So we're going to be doing a second follow-up on the strengthening the roots. We're going to do that too. So make sure that you subscribe, smack that bell, and we'll see you here next time.
Yes. Bye
Here.
bye.